totally screwed up my opening. I was trying to say like hello and hey there at the same time, and I totally screwed it up. What's up, everybody? It is Friday night, and the Skeptical Help Bar is open. That's right. And tonight is open mic night. That means that you guys keep the show going because you guys ask questions. I try to give you an answer, and then we keep going until like either you run out of questions or the producer says, let's cut it out. I want to go home. Devine Donna is off to the side here. Say hi.
Hi, guys.
There you go. All right, let me see here. What do I got? Let me put my rules up. Oh, actually, I should say hi to everybody.
Yeah,
So
say hi
there's
to
a
a few people.
bunch of people coming in. Early on, before the show started, we had Doof Doof Paranormal. I love saying that. That's Karen from Australia. We got Jade Kitten. We have Ian. Oh, Cavenay. Did I say that right? I don't know if I said that the right. Cavenay, maybe. I don't know. Let me know if one or two if I said it right. We got Sarah G. We got Fantastique Publishing. That's cool. Jim Clausen, Dr. Jim, what's up? Dawn, Diane. Oh, we got Steve, Daniel Reed, Firefly K. Firefly. Is that any reference to like Firefly and Serenity stuff? Maybe. We got Damn It Bob in the house. Adrian Hill, Entity 7 Paranormal, Alex Long. Oh my goodness, this is probably the longest list of people I've said in the beginning of the show ever. Wow. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. It's great to be here Friday night. Let's go over some rules.
Amy, John Kennedy.
John Kennedy's in the house.
Alex.
Amy, thank you. Donna's picking up my slack. All right, so the rules. The rules are simple. There's 5 rules. Let's try to, kind of abide by them a little bit. Rule number 1 is that you are welcome to ask questions. That's what this is. It's kind of a learning show. I really need a haircut. Look at that mop.
Here's...
Wow. Okay. Nope. It's cave knee. I'm writing that down so I don't screw it up later. But thank you. I appreciate the correction. So rule number 1 is you're welcome to ask questions. That's what this show is about. It's about learning. You guys have questions. I might have answers. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm in the middle. We can certainly look things up and we can learn together. Rule number two is I don't know everything. So if I don't have an answer, I will be honest with you and tell you I don't have an answer. And I will either look it up and share the screen, or I'll write it down in my notebook, which is always right here. And we'll see if we can find an answer during the week, and I'll get back to you. Rule number 3 is that we follow the Patrick Swayze rule here, and that's be nice. You can be in the chat room, and you can discuss things, topics, and you can disagree if you want to. You can agree. I love when people agree, but you can also disagree, and you can debate and discuss things like that. Just don't like devolve into name calling and just don't be a dick. That's pretty much what the rule is. Right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Rule number 4 is that if you do have a question tonight, and it's open mic night, so if you have questions, that'll keep the show going. But if you do have a question, put a capital Q in front of your comment or question, and that way Donna can see it much better and put it in the queue for us. And then rule number 5 is my favorite: drink up. And this is I love this cup. This is my Vegas cup. That's where Sycon is every year, and it's just iced tea.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
you're already rattling on.
It's specialty. That's right. Specialty with rum. All right. No name calling proceeds to call me Damn It Bob. Next nickname. Damn It Bob. Always causing trouble. All right. So this has been a fun week. It's been busy here at CFI. This is where I work. So for everyone that's new, because we've had a lot of new people showing up. And I got to give credit to Beardo, because we had Beardo on, was it last week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks ago. Time flies. Holy crap. We had a great show. We had like 2.5 hours we went. Great conversations. He's an amazing guy. I love talking to him and just interacting with him. And I mean, ever since, we've had a lot more people show up. And I appreciate you guys, trying it out and see what it is. And hopefully you like it and you stick around every Friday night or morning, depending on where you are, and we'll go from there. So I can start off until we get some questions built up. I did do a video on the I can't believe I'm saying this, the Miami Mall aliens, the 10-foot tall shadow alien demon things from a portal. So I did a video for that. It's on our Center for Inquiry YouTube channel. So if you check that out, I can put the link in. Actually, I'll do that now so that I know what I'm doing here, or that you guys can see it and get to it much easier. Because, well, honestly, because I'm stalling for time.
You guys make the show.
You guys make the show. I mean, honestly, open mic night. That's basically what it is. And again, for new people that are hanging out with us for the first time or the second time, maybe this is pretty much based on a bar theme or a pub theme, where it's just a bunch of people getting together. We have a couple drinks, we talk, we get to know each other, we discuss things, we go back and forth and see what opinions we have. So let me see here. So I'm going to put the link to my latest video in the chat room. That goes to Facebook and YouTube. So I'm streaming to both of those. Plus, I think I streamed to Twitter. I think or so. X, whatever the fuck they're calling it now.
Yeah.
It's just, and I think we actually get, if people come in through X, Twitter, I can't call it X. That just sounds dumb.
I got nothing.
It just sounds, so if you're coming through Twitter, it'll actually show up in the comments now because they fixed that. StreamYard fixed it. So now we'll be able to see things. So, all right, I'm starting to see questions come in. That's awesome. All right, as soon as Devine Donna is ready, we can see how much I don't know.
Okay.
Adrian Hill, what's up, giggles? When are you visiting the Winchester Mystery House? Oh, so that is on my bucket list. I really want to get there. And it's been a pain because it's like, I grew up in Pennsylvania. So like the farthest to go across the state, it was like 5 hours, 5.5 hours, something like that.
6.5.
Yeah.
To get to Pittsburgh.
So, and I was like, like when we go to California, when we go to Vegas for SciCon, like 2 years, I think 2 years or 3 years, we went to Los Angeles. And it was like, all right, we'll drive to Los Angeles. We'll see some friends. We'll see like some of the sites out there. And then like I kept thinking, oh, Winchester Mystery House, definitely going. But I realized it's not like, right there. California is like short this way, but like long that way. Long. But so I don't know. That's the answer. I really don't know. I really want to get there because I would love to just tour it. I mean, doing the research that you did, Adrian, and reading up on it, it's just not there's no haunting. There's no reason to believe it was haunted, except for the stories that were just embellished over the years. And
we're definitely going to get there, though.
But yeah, I definitely want to see it. I definitely want to it's one of those places I just want to go and just say, all right, I was there, and
I want to do it. Yeah.
Get a selfie, click, what's up, and go from there. So I hope that answered your question. And let's see what else we got. We're getting questions in. I love this. This is great. I'm going to have to start paying Donna because now she's really got to work. Damn it, Bob's up. How do you feel about being blocked by Beardo? So that's actually like a badge of honor to me. He did. Let me see. I think I have it. I think I have it that I can actually play it. For those that don't know, but like Beardo does his show, he does like live hangouts on Tuesdays and Fridays. And with the time difference between us, I think it starts at like 2 or 3 o'clock here, or even like 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. And I'm either here in the office working or like I'm working from home. So I can tune in now, which is great. I can listen to it. And I realized like he's got this video that he puts up and he bans people in fun when they say happy birthday, because apparently this is something that another YouTuber, Parple, started, saying it was his birthday. And it was great. I love it. And just the fact that he was like, how dare you debunk things better than me? and then he banned me. That made me feel good. He's a great guy. I really do like him. And I look forward to working more with him, doing some things. Getting banned is a badge. Absolutely, Smith. Not normal. Absolutely. I think, do I have it? I'm looking to see if I actually have it because I know I was so excited about it. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. I'm actually going to get banned. And maybe I should have just put it in my, oh, I don't even know where it is. Oh, wait, it's on my Facebook. I know I put it on there. Let me go there. What am I doing that for? There's a college. Oh, I was looking up a college that's having a convention that they invited me to. That's going to be fun. I'm a skeptical atheist going to a Catholic college for a convention, a Comic-Con convention. That's interesting. Discuss that amongst yourselves. Like, I can't wait to hear the comments on that one. But let me see. Oh, there it is. So let me share the screen here and share screen and Chrome tab because I know I got to do that. Is that the right one? Oh,
I don't know. You're not sharing anything.
I know. I'm looking because it's like, yeah, that's it. Because I got 2 Facebook things open. So here we go. Oh, you can't hear it. Can you? Oh, I can't hear it. Why can't I hear it? Because I have it muted. Duh, because I'm an idiot. Let's try that again.
You want an official banning? Kenny Biddle, how dare you debunk better than me? You're banned.
Oh, that was so cool.
You're welcome. You want an official banning?
All right. Where's my thing? Oh, stop sharing. There I am. All right. I'm all flustered tonight. Maybe it's the haircut or the lack of. All right.
Let's go back. Adrian Hill. That's a follow-up.
Have you ever heard of residual spirits? Learned about these at the Winchester Mystery House. So residual spirits. Yeah, I mean, this is like a common ghost hunter idea or theory. I'm going to put theory in quotes because it's a slang use of a term, theory, not a scientific use of the term theory. But the slang use theory is that for when someone dies and it's like a tragic event, like for somehow they imprint their energy on the place and it becomes a recording. So if you ever saw the film Stone Tape Theory, it's basically that was like a residual haunting or residual spirit because it was like a recording. However, like for me, it's like I'm always asking the question, as any skeptic should, what's the mechanism by which this would like replay or be recorded? Like, how would this be recorded? What is being recorded, and how would it play back? So there's always that kind of thing. But that's been a long-standing, like almost a tribal knowledge idea in ghost hunting and the paranormal circles from like decades back. That it was just like a recording. So yeah, there's residual. That's a hard word to say. Residual haunting and intelligent haunting. So the difference being one's a recording and it doesn't interact with you, and the other one allegedly interacts with you because it is intelligent. And then you have your all kinds of variations. It's a sliding scale, really, because it really depends. Because once in a while, like you see like, or you hear a story where they're like, oh yeah, it happened like every year on this date or the date of their death. And then one time, like there's a story. I remember the story, but not exactly where it's from. But it was a location where they kept claiming that every year they would hear the sound of someone falling down the stairs. And allegedly there was a child that fell down the stairs and died. And a young lady was there. She heard it and she actually saw a figure falling down the stairs and she jumped and saved the ghostly kid. And then it never happened again. The ghostly kid disappeared in her arms and then it never happened again. It was like, the happy ending to a story kind of thing. But what? Residual spirits, they used it for live people, not dead people. I had to ask for clarification. That I don't know.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that. I mean, that's not. How can you be a spirit if you're alive?
Yeah.
I mean, we are like meat puppets.
Ew.
Basically, we're, if we're going to go that route, we are ghosts within this meat puppet. And
That's
just like
disgusting.
squishy. Squishy. Oh my goodness. All right. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they would use it with a live person. They used, I mean, but honestly, it's the paranormal community. You can make up whatever shit you want. Basically, you can put it out there. You can put it in a book. Like I have a whole, where is it? Over there. All these books, these are all regional books, like ghost story books, and like everything's different. There's no set rules. There's nothing. It's like they just make up. They make up shit.
There you go. More made up stuff.
Places of traumatic events can create a manifestation of emotions felt at that location. I got this from Ghostbusters. I was like, that sounds like race dance. But yeah, I mean that and Ghostbusters. I mean, that's a good point. You bring it up. I think you're bringing it up more as a joke or to have fun with it. But unfortunately, like Ghostbusters was an inspiration to a lot of ghost hunters, and the verbiage, the terminology used in that film, developed by Dan Aykroyd. For the most part, it's just, and it's based on the work of his father, which they completely believed in, like spiritualism and stuff like that. So you had a lot of just made up bullshit. And that word salad. I mean, it sounds great. It sounds very scientific. And when you don't know what any of it means, that's the problem. You're like, I have no idea. A thinning of space-time continuum. What you are seeing is playing out in the time that is present for them, and they are alive, but it is the past for us. So that sounds like more like crossing dimensions, like interdimensional. Like that's like Bigfoot. Bigfoot's interdimensional, but now you're talking about like interdimensional travel through time. So like one timeline is interacting with another timeline, and again, this is all stuff that we can just speculate and sadly, like we can speculate in here. I think for the most part, everyone in the chat room and us and the regulars that come by, we're all speculating and it's fun. But a lot of people take it seriously and think like speculation means fact, and it becomes belief, and then they move on and they preach it to other people. And I totally just made it up. Yep. Damn it! I can't say damn it, Daniel, because that's already taken.
Yeah.
We got to make up
Darn
something
it.
for Daniel. Darn it! Doesn't have the right bang. How about fuck you?
That's just mean.
That's just mean?
Yeah, banned, Biddle. Banned
Oh.
from your own show.
I know. I can say it. I can break the rules.
What? No, you can't.
I made them up.
You can't
All right.
break your own rules.
Well, I'm having fun. I hope everyone else is having fun because I'm loving this. Hey, Think Straight's in here. What's up? All right, John Guy. Did you see that they are remaking Roadhouse? What? With Jake? Wait. Jake, who's this?
Glenn Hall.
Jake.
Gyllen.
Hall. Who is he? No. What's he been in? Southpaw, Nightcrawler, Covenant, Brokeback Mountain, Donnie Darko. I don't know if I like him. I'm not sure. Wait, what else has he been in? Movies. Let me see what else. Because he was in Spider No Way Home, right? No Way Home or Far From Home. That's where I saw him, and he was okay in that. But no, man, don't do that. Roadhouse is like one of those classics that just let it be. It was both good and bad, and the bad was so bad that Mysterio. Thank you, Danny. So it was so bad that it was good because it was just like you're like, this is so bad, man. I just cannot stop watching it. Plus, it's our rule number 3. I can't see anyone else doing that role. So I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just saying it right now. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, you will.
I will. I will. All right, moving on. Cat Mac, what's up, girl? Does the UFO community hate on you as much as they are hating on Susan Gerbic? So I don't know what happened with Susan. I saw like she was getting a lot of hate. Um, I'm not exactly sure why, except that maybe she just I don't know. I honestly don't know what she did. I just saw her commenting saying like she pissed him off. I think she was on like a Reddit thread or something, and she might have made some comments, and now they hate her. And that just because they're going into Wikipedia and they're making subtle changes. So when you go in there, and sadly, like almost anyone can edit these pages, but they're going in there and changing it from like Susan Gerbic is someone that like tries to
Oh,
spread
here you go.
education. She is being blamed for editing a UFO Wikipedia page. Oh, okay. So, I mean, whether she did or didn't, it was probably because it needed to be edited, or somebody's just saying, well, Susan does the Wikipedia stuff, and if there was an edit that they didn't like, they're like, oh, let's blame her. She's a skeptic. We hate skeptics anyway. Well, let's go after her. But they're making stupid changes, and it just shows like how childish some of the community can be. And we're talking like across the board: UFO, cryptids, ghost hunters. Not everyone is an asshole. Just want to say that. That's my disclaimer. Not everyone is. I get along with a lot of people, and I enjoy having conversations with people. But there's that small percentage in each of those like subsections that are just total dicks, and they don't give a shit about anything. They just want to like I'm probably going to stereotype here, but it's just feels like these are the guys, and I'm going to say probably guys that are still living in their mother's basement with a big thing of popcorn on their stomach, and there's crumbs all over, and they're sitting in a lounge chair that is like a recliner that's been there for like 20 years, and they have their game controllers around them. They're surrounded by Mountain Dew, and that's it. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
well,
what's
let's
wrong
go
with
after
Mountain
that.
Dew?
It's a gamer thing.
So?
Relax, relax, relax. Mountain Dew, you're upset with. You don't care about the popcorn.
No. Mountain Dew.
It's still, yeah. They do to do.
I
don't know. Stop giving me hate. Supposed to back me up.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. It just shows like how immature and childish people can be, and the ignorance of facts, or the deliberate avoidance of factual information. Because instead of looking at the information and saying, oh shit, you might have a good point, but there you go. You might have a good point. They were like, oh no, I want to stay. I mean, it's what that cognitive didn't. No, it's what am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe it's cognitive dissonance, where they see the conflict and they're like, no, I'm sticking to my guns. Or it could be just subjective validation. It could be just being an asshole. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. Good day. Ooh, I like that. Sky Talker. Good day. That's cool. So yeah, I think that's my opinion on that. I don't know the whole story. So I don't know if Susan really did. It's the GSO conspiracy theory that all fringe stuff is done by. Oh, okay. I see. Adrian kind of clears it up there. That conspiracy theory that everything done by the guerrilla skeptics on Wikipedia, when it's far from the truth. I mean, yeah, you guys don't do everything, and you guys try to do a good job to keep everything accurate. And that's the problem. Instead of looking at the accuracy or fact checking, which we know the UFO community is not known for. Okay, they're just not known for fact checking. So if they actually did that, there wouldn't be a problem. They would probably improve their quality of work. But that's wishful thinking. All right, that's enough rant. On to the next rant. Any European haunted places on your bucket list? Lots. I would love to do a tour over in Europe. I briefly had a chance to go to France coming up this year, but unfortunately, it was just too expensive to do. I was going to go out there. There was a skeptics congress uh, get together, and I was trying to get to it, but it was just wasn't doable this year. But I would love to get out there and just do a tour because I know so many people out there. I know so many people that I would love to visit and meet in person that I've never met, that I've talked to for years online, but I've never gotten to meet them in person. I would love to do that and then visit so many places. I would love to hang out with like Beardo and Parple and Side Eye Guy, those guys over there. There's so many. Oh, I mean, so many people. But as for places, um, like I mean, at the top of the bucket list would be Raymond Hall. Uh, if I'm saying that right, Raymond Hall, the Brown Lady of Raymond Hall. I would love to go there and visit that place because I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what happened with that photo, but I would love to be able to visit that place. The I think it's like a naval academy from the famous picture of the tulip staircase. The picture that's called the tulip staircase ghost. I would love to visit that. All the castles that are around, and just this. Just I mean, we're talking like 2 months. I would just like to spend 2 months over there and just travel from place to place.
Win the lottery first.
Yeah. Or do like a tour, do one of those tours where I get to know enough people, where we're like good friends and I do background checks on them. And then I could stay with them like one night each. And as I make my way, make our way around the country, that would be great. Mm. So I don't know if I answered your question good. I mean, there's 2 places that I mentioned, but like off the top of my head, I don't know exactly where that would be one thing where I would, once I knew I was going, then it would be like full research mode, and I would go through all the books and writing down like all my files. I have file cabinets over there. I would go through the files and like, what do I have a file on? Okay, here I gotta go here. I gotta go here. So yeah, that would be that's how I usually work. Like when I plan a trip, like I have a couple trips this year, but I don't even think about them until it's like a month before, and it's like, all right, we got to start planning for this. Okay, great. And then I'll sit here and just go through everything and just plan out every moment. And like we're running, like you can ask Donna, like when I plan a vacation, like we're running all the time.
Yeah, it sucks.
It sucks.
I like a vacation where I just go and relax.
We're totally different. She's
I like
definitely
a relaxation.
Relaxing to me is like playing video games. Like I'm playing Jedi Survivor, in case anyone's asking. Like just sitting and playing, that's relaxing to me. But going visiting at another location, a different place from home, like I want to go. There's places to see.
He's nonstop.
Yeah. When we went out to see,
we need like a happy medium.
When we went to see like Jason Hawes, when we stayed with him for a week.
Yeah, he couldn't just relax.
Like Jason
we're
kept
at
trying.
A lake house.
We're at a lake house, and Jason kept trying to say like, "Why don't you just come out and just sit on the boat? You know, we'll just go out on the lake and just hang out." And I'm like, "And do what? And like just sit there?
Yeah, he can't.
I can't do that. That's boring.
I did it.
I want to do that. Like, yeah, she did it. And I was like, no. Well, the one time I couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
but that's a different story. But yeah, like I want to go. Like there were suspected vampire graves. I gotta see that. Yeah. All right. Good question, Ken. All right, moving on. Tom Flock. What's up, Tom? Ever consider having a fan Facebook group so we can share videos, articles, and dumb memes? So, like, here's the deal. I'm trying to think about how to say this. I get weirded out by like things like that. Like when you say having a fan Facebook group, like I don't know. Like I'm stumbling. I don't know how to approach that. Like I like just interacting with people. and I have my Facebook page, my I am Kenny Biddle page, and that's, people can share stuff. You're allowed to post. I think you're allowed to post stuff.
Maybe
I don't
not.
know. Are you allowed? Has anyone tried to post on my, like? I mean, I can post, but if you guys can post, or if we're just friends on Facebook and you're like on my personal page, then you're welcome to share stuff. But like having a fan, fuck you, Bob.
Bob, wow, you're really getting it
That's
tonight, Bob.
Damn it, Bob! Stop that! I see that freaks me out. I don't. I'm no. I'm just. I'm just having fun. I'm just doing what I love to do, and hanging out with you people, and we're having fun. We're having fun together. But yeah, if you want to share stuff on my regular pages, that's fine. But I'm not the type of person to make a fan page because it's just not. That's not me. That's weird to me. Not that it's weird that you asked that. It's just weird to me, like to have a. I don't want to call people, "Whoa, my fans." Oh my god, I feel disgusting just saying that.
Why?
I don't know why. It just weirds me out. Next question.
Wow.
Damn
Okay.
it, Bob.
It wasn't Bob's question.
Oh, okay.
It
I'm
was
blaming
Tom's
Bob anyway.
question.
I'm blaming Bob. Gabriel, Gabriel, right? Gabriel. Yeah. Have you visited the Whaley House in San Diego? I have not. We haven't been to San Diego.
No, we
right?
haven't been there yet.
We've only been to Los Angeles, right? That's it, I think, in California. Because we went out and we saw Melanie. So the whole Los Angeles area, that's pretty much what we did.
Yeah, we haven't done most of California.
Yeah.
But it's on the bucket list.
See, like priorities. Like I love paranormal topics. And if I can visit a location that has to do with like any of that, like Bigfoot, ghosts, UFOs, awesome. But comic book nostalgia trumps that. So when we planned our trip to to LA, it was like my first priority was get to Bronson Cave, where they filmed the old Batman series. The Whaley House is touted as the most haunted house in America. I'm not gonna. This is not directed towards you, but you know how many times I've heard that about tons of places, like the most haunted house in America. Like I hear that about everything. I think I actually have a book. One of the books. What is that? Oh, the Encyclopedia of Haunted Places or Haunted Locations. I think the original copy that I have, I remember like marking the pages because I read like 4 or 5 times where it gave a description of the most haunted in America. And I was like, wait, didn't it just say that about a different place? And then again and again, I really need a haircut.
So is the Winchester Mystery House.
Oh man, that's great. Oh, that's good. Wow. Yeah. Get a haircut tomorrow. After our tomorrow, we're doing an eclipse safety and science training because we're in Buffalo in April 8th is the total eclipse. We are in the path of totality, and we're having like a big event here at CFI. So we're taking a safety class so that we know all the safety measures about viewing the eclipse and stuff like that. And that's tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I can't drink too much tonight, which is good. Okay. All right. What else we got? Ian, what's your opinion on the 19 megahertz theory, vibrations or frequency interface affecting people's senses? So,
isn't that hertz. What EMFs do?
No. There's a book that I have. I'm looking for it to see if I have it like readily available. I don't see it. I'm sure you're looking at my bald spot. So 19 hertz. Let me get my bearings with this. 19 megahertz or hertz? I don't think it's megahertz. Megahertz. Affecting people.
Hertz.
Okay, yeah.
Based on NASA, he said.
Based on NASA. Affecting
Jim Clausen.
the brain. Oh, I thought that first word said sheep. I was like, oh, we're clicking on that. Let's see what it says about sheep. Let's see. A medical expert. Oh, wait, no. It can cause sensations of sorrow, coldness, anxiety, even shivers down the spine. Sounds around 19 hertz. Matches the resonant frequency of the human eyeball. Which reports of apparitions as detailed by the Coventry Telegraph newspaper. So I haven't tried this myself. I mean, this sounds like a good experiment to do. Let's see. I'm going to write this down. You are the first one that's getting in my notebook tonight. 19 hertz experiment.
Theory, yeah.
Experiment affecting the brain. Affecting
People's senses.
Ooh, you know what's going to be fun is that one of our past guests and good friends, Melanie Tresick King, is going to be here Sunday and Monday and all day Monday, and this is something we might do. See if we can make ourselves see some ghosts.
Oh, there you go.
Affecting the brain. And it's okay. She's a scientist. So let me see. I don't know if I got to put my glasses on because I can't even read the chat anymore. Let's see. Used against Smith Paranormal. Was this thing used against embassy workers in Cuba? I think that was more of like an alleged sound weapon, low frequency sound, because they heard it. And I don't think 19 hertz is something we can hear. What's the human range? This is good. I like this. I like you guys making me think and look stuff up. So yeah, we're 20 to 20,000 hertz is usually like the typical range of humans, and that's in good shape.
That means it's not Kenny.
It's not. The older you get, the smaller that range becomes. I did a whole video. I think actually that was part of my. What did I do? I did it. I don't think it was on the Jim. What will you generate to 90 hertz? That is in the infrasound range. Infrasound range. So while for sound below 20 hertz, the term infrasound. I'm not sure now. So I'm going to have to. It might not be when Melanie gets here. This might be more involved. That's the good catch there, Dr. Jim. Because this is something I'd have to look into and see what I can do to generate that, to see if it'll affect it. Because now if we're talking about, I'd have to look up studies too, because I want to see what this is. Inside sources, silent sound kills. I don't know if that's a legitimate source. The Guardian's a good source. Let's see. What do they say? Oh, get out. I hate these pop-ups. Let's learn together, people. You shouldn't be, let's see. Let's learn together. Come with me on this journey. Let's see. The fear frequency. Have you ever wondered what the ghost sounds like? Oh, in the early 1980s, Tandy was working in a laboratory. So I remember this experiment, but I also believe that there were later experiments that showed that this was incorrect, because of this whole vibrating, I think it was the air system, the ventilation system was vibrating and causing it. I have to look into this more. Movie soundtracks used to create fear. Never works on me. Like I've never felt fear in a movie theater. The only time I remember feeling fear during a movie was when Friday the 13th came out, the original one. And I was a little kid and my uncle took us to the drive-in because he thought it would be cool. And yeah, I remember staying in the back seat under blankets, scared shitless. Because this big guy was let's see. What does it say? He was convinced he was being watched, and in a corner of his eyes, Tandy noticed an ominous gray shape drifting slowly into view, but when he turned to face it, it was gone. Terrified, he went straight home. So he found that the vibrations were caused by a standing sound wave that was bouncing between the end walls of the laboratory and reached a peak of intensity in the center of the room. He calculated the frequency of the standing wave was about 19 hertz, and soon discovered that it was produced by a newly installed extractor fan. Yeah, I remember reading about this. But again, like I remember reading that there was something else. There was something about this that it didn't uh, 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 hold true. That there were a later study. Now I'm really into this. Now I'm really going to have to do some research. This might be an all-nighter. We're going to be here all night.
Okay. No, we're not. We have to get up early.
We're going to be here
tomorrow.
all night because we got some investigation to do. All right, I'm going to stop this for now. I am going to take your question and look into it more. And who was that? Who was that asked
Ian.
that? Ian. Oh, cave knee. Got it. See, because I wrote it down. All right. I will look this up a little bit more and hopefully either next week have a better answer for you, or I will get back to you personally and just give me my thoughts. So, all right, cool.
Daniel
Thank you.
says,
I think they said that on Mythbusters. It didn't work. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why. I mean, this is not my area. Obviously,
more research needs to be done.
yeah. Oh, all right, relax. You're
I'm
like,
relaxed.
come on, let's go, let's move on. Yeah, there's so much more to this. It's triggering all these memories of reading up on it, so I can I have to look into it some more. So, all right, let's see what's I'm jumping ahead here. Consider this: if humans can hear down to 20 hertz, why would consumer sound gear get it? Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, this is a much deeper topic. Sky Talker research. I'll share mine. Yeah, send me an email. You can email me. Do I have my email on a banner? I don't know. I used to. No, I don't. But you can send it to kbiddle, Biddle, at centerforinquiry.org. Just send me an email with the information, and I can go from there. And that is something I want to look into. And I also might find that there is a Skeptical Inquirer might have an article on it too, because I mean, we cover a lot of stuff. We have almost 50 years of researching a lot of like fringe and paranormal topics. So let me see. I'm going to do a quick search on this 19 hertz on skepticalinquirer.org, free plug, and see if anything comes up. Daily Mail, Demon House deconstructed. Oh, there's my Demon House article. My buddy Zach. I don't see anything that comes up. Oh, the Cuba attack comes up. Sonic attack in Cuba. The facts don't add up. But other than that, I don't see anything directly. So I'll get back to you on that, Ian, and I'll see what I can come up with. But thanks for that question. Now you got me like excited about researching something. So, all right, next question, please. Jeff, AF. Is that what it means? What I think it means? Which app chat is monitored most for questions for Kenny? Which app chat is monitored most for questions? I don't know what that means, because the Facebook and YouTube come into the chat room here, and also X, Twitter, whatever it is now. So all of them come into my feed and to Donna's feed, so we see all of the comments. So I don't use any kind of app except for StreamYard. So that's the best I can do for that answer. What else we got? Smith Paranormal. I just like that. Being part of CFI. Do you ever get to meet Richard Dawkins? I have met Richard a couple times. We at SciCon in October, we actually sat and had breakfast and lunch with him, and just chatted. He's quiet usually. I mean, just a very formal, just like, hey, how you doing? And that was pretty much it. I was running around a lot. We were running around a lot because Donna was volunteering, and then I work for him. So, I mean, I'm running the entire conference. So, but I do get to meet him. I have spoken with him a couple times, and he's pretty nice. I mean, he was, the first time I met him was a little weird, but it was like
he was in a hurry. I think.
Yeah, he was in a hurry. I was just fanboying because you know, I'd seen him on TV a bunch of times, and I have his books and stuff. So when I saw him, I was picking up, I think, a bottle of water off the table for you, and I looked up, and he's across getting coffee, and I was like, oh. And then me, because I'm a selfie whore, I was like, hi, Richard. Can I get a selfie with you? And he was like, okay. He looked at my badge to make sure like I was there. I was supposed to be there. And then, yeah, he took a picture with me. But always been a nice guy every time I've seen him. So, yeah, good question. Moving on. Are you swinging down to Philly area in early March? The first annual Bucks County Paracon is taking place. So I saw that somebody, I don't know if it was you, somebody sent me that. Who sent me that? I don't know, somebody did. And I was like, oh, that'd be great, but I'm just not there. Yeah, it wasn't you because they didn't know I was up here. Oh, it was you. Wait, no, somebody did. Somebody else did. Somebody else sent it to me because I did reply to them saying that I don't live in the area anymore, so I can't go. But I would love to. I mean, March. We have anything in March? Maybe I might swing down just
I don't know.
Visit. Let me look at my calendar because I'm so busy. No, I'm not.
March 9th, Bob says.
March 9th. Oh, wait, March 10th. Nah, I got to be back here March 10th for a workshop. CFI workshop. That's our Sienna type workshop. So I got to be back.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, because unless I went down like Friday night, stayed over, and then went Saturday morning, attended. I can't imagine it's going to be like big. I think it's their first one, so it's probably a smaller like venue. But I don't know. Let me think about it. If I come down there, are you going to go, Bob?
There you go.
Huh? Challenge issued. You like that? Is that scary?
No.
Okay. Bob, that's okay. I was hoping to hang out for the day. It's from 12 to 7 at Bucks County Community College. I mean, that's not too bad. If I left at like 2 or 3, I'd still be back here because it's usually like a 6-hour drive, something like that.
6.5, yeah.
And it would let me catch up on my podcast.
And then it's weather permitting too, because you don't know what our weather's going to be like.
Yeah, because like it snowed for like 3 years straight here.
It did, and then it poured last night, and it all melted.
And the 3 years just took place in like a week and a half. Like it was just all over. Like holy shit! It's finally like almost gone, but holy crap, a lot of snow. All right, moving on. I love this. This is great. Oh, we're not even halfway through the show yet. This is fun. The guys are making me think, making me look up stuff. Jonathan, what's up? Keyworth. Thoughts on that Satori and other guy? I love it. Well, all right. So I've talked about it a few times, but I'll just give you a brief summary. I think it's the other guy. So it's Cody. I think his name is Cody. I think it's him that's doing these knocks, and I think it's more manipulation of his ankle, the tendons, or he's cracking an ankle joint and making these knocks. That's why his feet have to be on the floor, and there's plenty of video showing him adjusting like a leg muscle each time in sync with this in sync with the noises. So I definitely think it's him doing it. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I did an article way back because he was the one selling the cat balls as ghost hunting devices, but they were literally cat ball toys that he put a different insert in the package. So like there's a whole article on Skeptical Inquirer. If you look up my name and look up like cat toy, it'll come up. It's literally from the same manufacturer. It's the same cat toy. All he did was take the little information card out and they inserted his own custom one in. So, and he was selling it at 3 times the price of a normal one. So very shady. And I did talk to him about that. And everything that was in the article was legit and backed up everything. So, I mean, for me, he doesn't have a good track record with being honest. And after seeing all the videos of him doing it, after seeing the video of him 11 years ago doing it without anyone, even though he said he only does it when they're in contact. But seeing that and hearing the same noise, like it's him. Whether Satori knows it or not, I don't know. That's not, I don't have information on that. If she doesn't know, then he looks even worse because now he's lying to the person he's in a relationship with. If she does know, then she's also faking it. But I don't know. I don't have that information. And I'm happy that you worded it like this because too many people are exploiting the fact that she is someone's daughter and it has absolutely nothing to do with what is going on with that couple. So I'm happy that you worded your question like that. Because that's where the focus should be. Story and the other guy. I also love how you said the other guy because it's like, yeah, kind of forgettable. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. And let's see what else we got. We'll take like 2 more questions depending on how long I talk, and then we'll go to commercial. JD Sword, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Have you heard of the how do you say that? How do you say that?
Poughkeepsie?
Say that again?
Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie.
That's funny. Poughkeepsie. I'm sorry.
Have you
That's
heard
a funny
of the
word.
Poughkeepsie seer before? I
think he was a psychic or medium. So, let me look that up because you know what? It's I got to tell you, like, there are so many topics, and I know I've touched on probably the majority of these and over the years because I've been reading it. I don't want to say I've been studying it because everybody says that and it's not really true. But I've been reading about paranormal topics for decades because I'm that old, and it's this sounds like something I can't even spell right. Poughkeepsie. That's such a silly word. Oh wait, there it is. Andrew Jackson Davis. Is that what you're talking about, JD? I think he was a psychic or a medium. Is known as the Poughkeepsie seer. David was a spiritualist medium from Poughkeepsie, New York. What?
Poughkeepsie.
It's 2 E's. Poughkeepsie, not Kep. It's 2 E's.
That's the way it's said, though.
All right. We're going to look up. We're going to say
Oh,
Google.
my gosh.
Oh, wait. Hey, Alexa. How do you... Oh, never mind. I can't say the word right.
See? You can't even say it.
So wait, I'm gonna ask Google. Sorry, Alexa. You're getting replaced. Let's see. We can see pronunciation. Let's see. What's it say? Oh, here we go.
See?
Poughkeepsie. You're right.
Poughkeepsie.
You were right. I apologize. I was wrong. Poughkeepsie. Wow. That's such a silly word. All right.
It's a city.
Yeah. Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie. I'm not gonna use this. All right. I'm not gonna say it.
Poughkeepsie, like poo. Poughkeepsie.
First book, Andrew Jackson, spiritualist, born 1826. Oh. Animal magnetism. A precursor of hypnotism, and came to receive. What was the question? Where did the question go? Bring the question back up. Have you heard of? So I have heard of this guy, and I actually think he came up in a book. When I got here, I was given a book by Tim Bingo, our librarian, about like Western New York, paranormal kind of stuff, like ghosts and psychics and stuff like that, and I do believe this guy's mentioned in there. So I have read about it, but I'm not really familiar with the story. So now that I know how to pronounce it, even though I can't, I'm going to look it up a little bit more and see what I can find about it, because that's an interesting topic. Why don't we if there's nothing in SI, why don't we, collaborate and do an article about it? There you go. Thanks, JD. All right, one more question, and then we will cut to break. Hopefully everybody hangs out. Think straight. Kenny, I heard from you, that you got a case for your official CSI paranormal investigator. We got you. Can we see it? Yes, because it is right here, and we can go, look, leather, and we can go, bam. That's
Didn't
right.
work.
Oh, damn, wait. Take two.
Take two.
Ready?
Yep.
Bam. I can do better. Take three.
Okay.
Ready?
Take three.
Bam.
That's
there you
better.
go. That's better. So it's got this flap. I think I might take it out, but it's supposed to like protect the metal.
It protects it.
But I made myself an ID. Is there any personal information on there?
Yeah.
No. Blue eyes, brown hair, 5'10", weight, fat.
Is that what it says?
No, it doesn't. It just says really heavy. No. But there's the case. So thank you, John. It was awesome. I mean, it's I love it. For those, let me see if I can get it focused. Focus. There it goes. So John Guy and my wife, right, went in and they collaborated against me to get this for me. So it's a real police badge. It's made by the company that makes police and fire badges. So really, really cool. I love it. And I haven't been able to flash this yet. Like, I want someone to come up and be like, so you're like a skeptic? I'd be like, damn right I am. Bam. And then when they really get, nasty with me, I can hit them with it because that'll hurt. All right. Against you. Sounds like for you. Yeah, they plotted for me. I mean, they're great people. John Guy's really nice guy. If you have not checked out his book, do it. It's called Think Straight. It's a awesome book. I mean, go look it up. It's amazing. And look up John Guy. He's a really nice guy. And then Donna's pretty good too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're pretty okay too. All right, we can take one more. Let's save.
Take a break.
Let's do our commercial break. So everyone, we're gonna take our commercial break. You can have some time to go pee while the commercial plays, and then fill up your drink if you're out, and we will be back here in 4 minutes and 11 seconds from now. All right, we are back. Part 2, the sequel. No. All right. The looks. I wish you guys could see the looks that I get from Donna, because Donna's like right over here. For those who don't know, I'm gonna show real quick. She's gonna be bad.
No, not.
Donna's sitting right there. There she is.
Hi guys.
She sits there and she helps out greatly by like monitoring the chat, make sure like nobody puts any really bad porn links on. The good ones we don't mind, but the bad ones and like, all the people that used to really get like just put stupid shit up. But she does a lot. And like every time I look over, I'm looking at her, and sometimes the looks that I get like, what are you doing? Like, shut the fuck up. Lets me know. Like, this is why I will never get too much of a inflated ego, because I have my lovely wife to be like, you're not that important. Just stop. I'm like, thanks, honey.
Stop.
Thank you.
Getting too big.
Your head's getting big. You can't fit through the doorway. Just stop. Oh, I have so much fun. So much fun doing this with all of you guys. I'm so happy you guys hang out with me Friday nights. This is so much fun. I love it. I love it. All right. So I'm sticking with it, Kenny. That's right, Ian. Stick with it. You don't give up. It's 2 a.m. You're right. You're already invested. Why give up now? Just keep going. And I promise it won't be a 3-hour show.
No, it won't.
No, it won't. No. Donna does not like 3-hour shows. I guarantee it. You know, the 3-hour shows I save for when Tim is substituting.
Yeah, we have a few substitutions coming up.
Yeah. Donna's gonna have a few trips coming up, and then hopefully Mr. Tim Vickers, who is our backup producer, he will step in, and then we'll go 3 hours, maybe 4.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got? I see we got a bunch of questions lined up. This is great. I love it. Think straight. Oh, didn't we just hear from him? Kenny, I heard from. Wait, that is we did just hear from him.
Okay, here we go. Sorry,
Entity 7 Paranormal. Hey, Joe. Hey, Kenny, do you want to hang out on my channel tomorrow at 8 o'clock? I'll have you on and we can just hang out. Maybe some others will join. Am I doing anything tomorrow night? We have what?
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night. Tomorrow's no. Tomorrow morning is the eclipse meeting, the safety class, but tomorrow night I have nothing.
Maybe it's possible.
So that's a definite maybe. Yeah.
We'll talk about it after the show.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after the show. Send me the link. All right.
I'm looking at your video.
Like, she sits there on the laptop and sees exactly what you're seeing.
Your face.
Okay. So
moving on.
Don't. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll do it. All right, next question. I'll do it. Paradox. Ooh, I like that. That's a cool way to write it. All right. Have you ever played Warhammer? No, I have never played Warhammer. Like, I know of the game, never played it. I play, like, I don't do like too much in gaming. I have an Xbox. I don't know what one I have. The newest one. Yeah, whatever the newest one, the stand-up like elongated cube. I have that one. My son got it for me for Christmas because I had an older system which was lagging, and he got me a new one. So I have that, and then I usually like pick a game that that I can play like open world, and I just play for months. You know, like I was playing The Witcher. The last Witcher game, and I loved it. I played that since last Christmas.
Yeah.
So for a full year, and the only reason I changed is because
you got a new one.
I got Jedi Survivor, and I was like, oh, this is open world too. Like I can, oh yeah, I'm doing this. So yeah, that's all I play. I don't get a lot of time to play video games. I love it. That's how I actually relax. That and watching other people do work. You know, I love watching YouTube channels of people doing experiments, and then there's like one of my favorite channels is Escape to Rural France, the guy that's rebuilding this burned out, ruined chateau. So I watch that to relax. But video games, like I usually just pick one and I play that. I play the shit out of it when I have time. But usually I'm either learning something to do later, learning to expand my knowledge base, or writing, or shooting a video, or something like that. So I don't really have time. I don't relax, but I don't have time to play a lot of video games. But cool. I mean, one day maybe I'll try it, but I get addicted.
He does.
Like I can't do that. If you tell me that there's a new series coming out and they drop all the episodes at once, forget it. Like that's my night. I will watch the first episode, and if I like it, I'm like, oh, I'm hooked, and that's it. Like 4:00 in the morning, she'll be coming out to use a bathroom. Like, you're still up?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Episode 5. 6 is just gonna start. Oh, 20 seconds. Do I want to continue? Yes. I can't help it. So that's why I only play one game at a time, because I have a OCD kind of thing. All right, moving on. Kent, what voice recorders do you use on investigations? So, I use just I have a digital recorder that I use sometimes as a backup, but mostly if I need to take notes, I just use my phone. And let me clarify that I do not do EVP sessions. When I use a voice recorder, I'm using it for notes, because I'm investigating. When I investigate things, I'm not investigating like what you see on TV, because I don't consider that investigation. I consider an investigation of the claims an investigation. So basically, it's when I go into a place, I'm looking around. Like if they say like a door closes by itself, I will go over and usually check the door for level. Are there any gaps in the windows for interior exterior air pressure, stuff like that? I'll check the door out, and I usually write the notes down. I'll always have a notebook with me, always, and I will write out the notes. And if it's something that's more detailed, then I usually bring out my phone and I do a recording, and I'll just talk into it and detail what I see. Or if it's something that makes a noise, like this is what, exhibit A or something, this is the door that I'm investigating, and here's the noise that it makes, and I'll move it back and forth and record it. So that's usually what I do. It's not for, and I don't know if your question is actually for like EVP, in a sense of EVPs or something like that, but I just want to clarify. So, but yeah, do I have my bag? I don't have my bag.
No, it's in the house.
No. But it's just a regular, I think the latest like Panasonic digital recorder that I use, and it's just seriously just for notes. But that's it. But hope that I don't know if I really answered your question, but there you go. All right. Paradox, what do you think?
Why?
That's why? Oh, I got to put my glasses on so I can hear better. Why do you think that some skeptics like Richard seem very uncomfortable with trans people? So I don't know. That is not like, I can't comment for him. I'm usually, my philosophy is be who you want to be. I'm not in control of that. Like I don't have a say in what you want to do with your life, unless it affects other people. As long as it's something personal, I don't have a say. So be you, be you. And that's, I mean, I don't think I'm going to answer your question just because I don't want to speak for other people. I think, well, I actually will in a more general sense, because some skeptics, and it's not just skeptics.
People.
I want to clarify that it's not just some skeptics. It's people in general. People in general have their own beliefs. So, I mean, if you're talking about, if you want to get into the religious people, they're going to have a problem, because they're especially Bible thumpers. Or is that a good term to say? I don't know. Probably not.
Really.
Is what it is. But people that are really religious are going to have a problem, because they want you to conform to their rules. And then some people are just not comfortable with it. Uh, they they have this idea that people are supposed to be a certain way, and that's it. I don't feel that way. I mean, I live my life according to me. I get input from people I trust, like my wife, and friends and coworkers and people that I trust. But I don't. I live my life by me. Um,
Yeah,
and
Bob
and
put it a good
yeah,
way.
Bob, damn it, Bob, always one upping me. No, I'm kidding. It's a
That's the
combination of
teacher in him.
how people are raised and how educated they are on the subject. Exactly. I mean, you can use personal experiences. I mean, I was raised Catholic, and I'm not really going to touch on the religious aspect of it. Just that I was raised a certain way, and there was always that when it came to people that had different beliefs or different ideas or wanted to be different, it was, oh, those people are like that, and that's okay. And then it would move on. And it was never really okay, and I don't know if I'm getting the tone right, but I'm sure all of you know what I'm talking about. You've all heard people say that. Like, oh, they're like that, and it's okay. But it's really not, and they have a problem with it. And I think I've recognized that over the years as I grew up and realized, like, there are different people. And there's people of different cultures and beliefs and this and that. But people also fear what they do not understand. Yeah. If you don't understand, and that's the beauty, I think, of skeptics, at least that I know, that I associate with. If I don't understand, I want to know. I want to know more. I will ask you questions. And like I don't know how to put it. Like, there's been situations I've been in where it's like it's something completely different, but I want to ask you questions. Like, if you're different from me, in any way, whatever way we're talking about, and I'm not gonna give details because I'm not well educated in this, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. But if you are different than me, and we can have a conversation, that's awesome. I want to know about you. I want to know why you think the way you do, why you believe the way you do. And I might ask you weird questions like, how do you get by like this? How did your parents deal with it, or take it? And I'm not doing it to insult you or anything like that. I'm curious, because I don't know. I want to know more. And I think that's really all I can say about it. I hope I answered your question. I don't know if I did the way you wanted to, but I hope I answered it as best I could, um, without, sounding stupid. Because I don't know. I mean, a lot of this, I'm just a curious person, and if there's someone that's different than me, then I want to know more. I'm curious. I'm excited about learning something new. If anyone wants more information about the trans community, I just finished a great book last month, Transgender History: The Roots of Today's Revolution, Susan Stryker. Okay, cool. Thank you, Bob. Um, let's see. Let's see.
You ready to move on?
Yeah, I think so. I hope I answered that question. Let me know if I did. Ian, crop circles, man-made, orgone energy. William Burroughs was a big fan of orgone accumulators. Thought of slightly daft question, but here we are. So crop circles, as far as I know, they are man-made. That's it. We know about the two original guys that would go into the farmlands at night, and they would have their designs ready, and they would stamp out with the piece of wood connected to the rope, and they would just go and stamp out their designs. They were really good. And then there was a lot of copycats out there that took over. There is absolutely no evidence to suggest that they were made by extraterrestrials or aliens or UFOs or ball lightning or energy drink. For those that are new to the show, if we ever use the word energy out of context, as in like how ghost hunters use it, then we have to drink. So, that's a good rule. Where was I? Oh, as for the like orgone or orgone, I always mess up this word. every time. Like I've been corrected on it, like how to say it a bunch of times, but orgone, orgone. It's what is it? Resin, right?
I don't know.
It's the pyramid, the disc. Remember the disc that I paid way too much money for?
Oh
Yeah, it's just
that.
resin. That's all it is. And we had, so I got one of those from a guy that claimed that it did like all these, that it was like energy and it connected to the mothership and this and that, and I could do all these things, and I bought it, and my wife laughed at me because I paid $60 for a freaking disc of resin with dollar store flakes in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, we literally went like the next 2 days or so to the dollar store.
I showed them what it was
and found all the parts, everything, and you could make like dozens of these things for like $10. So yeah, I mean, and I paid 60 for mine, but it's on a stand out in the display case now, so everyone can see how dumb I was. It's on display for the world to see. But no, I don't. There's no evidence to support any of that stuff as being anything other than man-made, and then resin products. Because I mean, you can find the molds everywhere online. Amazon has them all. Donna's actually, actually,
I made you one.
where?
Yeah.
So, here.
Yeah, me and Diana did it.
You made me a Thor version, or a Nordic one. So the same stuff, except it doesn't have the flakes in it, right? Oh yeah, it does have some.
It has a few.
Yeah, it does have some. The gold stuff. So all these flakes and stuff. The other ones just had a whole bunch, but like this is so much cooler. Same thing.
Yeah, Diana does good work. Gotta give credit where credit is due.
That's right. So yeah, this is let's see, crop circle on YouTube. See long ago, crop circle being made with a UFO or drone above it. No idea. I think is that the one where it's like it looks like a light and comes down and just goes like in a circle, and all of a sudden like the crops flatten out. I do believe that was a CG edited one. But that was from a few years ago. I don't remember. And I think there was a helicopter somewhere in that scene too. Maybe a military helicopter. I'm not sure, but I do not think that was a legit video. But I do remember that because I thought the same thing. I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? Very low quality. All right. Let's see. Jim, hello. I got your thoughts on the Phillips experiment and the skulls experiment. Yes, you did. We talked about it. I wonder if anyone else here are familiar with these stories. I thought the skulls was bullshit, but the Phillips was intriguing in respect to be able to conjure up what they thought was spirit out of their own imagination. So I think I touched on this when we had our conversation. So the skulls experiment was just flawed from the beginning because it was done. Those experiments, and I use that term loosely, were conducted within the medium's headquarters or place of their house. And I think it was in their special room or the basement where they set up their seances and stuff like that. So that was major flaw number one, and really should not have gone beyond that point because that is not a controlled environment. Actually, technically it is because it was controlled by the medium, not the experimenters. So that just blew that experiment out of the water. I was done with it from there. I did read on, but there were so many flaws. They were not allowed to incorporate the needed controls to make sure there was no cheating. So I totally dismissed that because I think it was just a ridiculous experiment. When it comes to the Philip experiment, I'm going to disagree with how you said this, because you said it was intriguing because they were able to conjure up a spirit. They did not conjure up a spirit. They conjured up. They imagined something. There was no spirit that was conjured up. There's no evidence of a spirit conjured up. There are table tipping videos, at least one, but it's pretty evident about who was actually tipping the table. I picked that out within the first seconds, like who was actually tipping that table. And it wasn't a spirit. It was one of the people on the table. But I think they got together and they just had this, they fed this story, and whether they believe it or not, and then offer it out there like, oh, we conjured up this thing and weird things started to happen. Like weird things according to who? The people that were involved in the experiment, that were actually doing the experiment, and who were the controllers, who were the observers outside running it, what controls were in place. It was very flawed. It was very informal. There was really nothing to it. I wouldn't give any credibility to that whatsoever. It was just a bunch of people having some fun with their imagination and doing the same parlor tricks that we see a lot of mediums do today. And that's pretty much it. But if anyone else has comments, please feel free. Put your thoughts in the comments. Discuss it if you want to. You can disagree with me. That's cool. And we can continue this conversation afterwards too. I'm up for it, but it's those are my thoughts on that. So I'm going to take a drink and we're going to move on to the next question. That was a good question, though. I'm glad you brought it up.
Actually, the last question we have. So if anybody has questions, put them out there.
Ooh, we might be stopping early. Let's see. Tim Vickers is in the house. Holy crap. Have I ever mentioned my dislike for the show, The Dead Files? If not, I hate it. Oh, my goodness. So let me make sure I have the right one, because I think I do. The Dead Files. I think this is one with the cop, isn't it? Is there a quiz question? What are they talking about in the chat room?
They have something else going on.
Oh, okay. They got a private chat going on. All right. The Dead Files with Amy Allen and retired New York Police Department homicide detective Steve DeChevy. DeChevy. I think that's what it is. Yeah. I've only seen a few episodes of that show, and I agree with you. I dislike it immensely. I think they really I think they took it way too far. And they also used the classic, oh, this tragedy happened like 20 miles away, so therefore it must be somehow associated with this house, even though there's no connection whatsoever. They did that a lot in the episodes that I saw, and again, like 2 or 3 maybe that I watched, and it was for other reasons, but watched it and I was like, oh, like they're going way out of line here. And the way that Amy described stuff to the homeowners was absolutely disgusting. I was so angry. I felt like sports fans when they watch football.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And their team loses, and I only know from watching others like her, like getting angry at the team or the other team or the refs, like the poor refs. I mean, I feel bad for them people. But anyway, like I felt that way. It was borderline abusive to the people that they were telling them like such awful demonic entities are in their house and they want to kill you and they want to do this to you and all that. I don't like the police officer, what he was doing, how he brought it in, because I think he did a lot of the researching of these like exterior events that happened outside of the house that they were at. I'm not going to say investigate because I don't think they were. I don't like his research techniques or what was shown on the show, and that's based on my own research techniques. Eric Cooper says, I think it's disgusting how they go to private citizens' homes and ruin them. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't go. This is one of my regrets from being a ghost hunter, that I did that. I went into people's houses and told them they were haunted, or that it might be an evil kind of entity. I don't think I've ever actually said demon to like a homeowner, but I think I've seen it. I was like evil and it felt evil and this and that. And I was so ignorant of what was really going on. But I had that like authority complex, and I see it in these TV shows, some of these TV shows, where the cast members, because they're not investigators, the cast members do the same thing. They get this authority complex where they are looked at and perceived as an authority from everyone in there, and they get this like spotlight kind of syndrome going on, and it's like whatever they say is gold. And when in reality, most of what they say is just sewage shit. Um, that's like both sewage and shit. Mixed. Yeah, I was clarifying just in case you didn't
Okay.
get it the first
Yeah.
time. I know I didn't need to, but I mean, and it just aggravates me seeing that, because you see the faces of the homeowners and you see it slowly, like, they're already in fear, they're already confused and fear and anxious, and there's high anxiety, and the results that I saw these two people give on that show just made it worse. And that is something that is just horrible, unprofessional, unethical, disgusting, and a whole bunch of other words that I can't think of right now, but I'm sure you can imagine.
Okay.
Feel free to add some in the chat room. But and that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I think it's a silly show, and it should not be on the air. Should never been on the air. And take a lesson. That's it. God, I hate that show.
Okay.
Thanks, Tim. Right. Anything else? I see a couple more there. Okay, good. Boo Productions, Paranormal Toledo, Ohio. Hey, what's up? What are your thoughts on personal experiences, such as people getting pushed or seeing things clearly? A lot of these don't happen during investigations. This is a good question. So let's break it down. I should have like a breakdown, like break it down kind of sound effects. Like, let's break it down and be like, and then get into it. I want to work on that this week. So personal experiences, first of all, I don't take as solid evidence. I never do. I see it as a starting point, because we are fallible. We are definitely fallible. We forget things. We do not remember things in as much detail as we think we do. And there's plenty of research on memory. And this is something I've gone into, and you can read up on it. I recommend books by Elizabeth Loftus when it comes to memory and memory recall, and how accurate or inaccurate it really is. So I definitely recommend her books. And then usually there's so many other environmental factors, contextual cues and stuff like that, that can affect our perception of reality, our biases, our beliefs, our what we want to be true can affect how we see the world. So personal experiences are not reliable. They are something to start with. If you tell me a story, okay, let's start there. Let me ask you clarifying questions and see if you can clarify details and give me details. Or, and this happens in a lot of cases, I find out that you really don't remember, and I'm not saying like you, but the person that I'm interviewing does not actually remember the details that they thought they did in the beginning. The story has evolved over time. And then when people claim to be pushed or seeing things clearly, that is all right, so there's two things there. Getting pushed is one thing. You can lose your balance. It's really easy. I've been on plenty of stairways. I've been on plenty of floors that were uneven. The last place I went to, what was it called? The Knickerbocker. I stayed overnight there. It's allegedly a haunted place. It's a cool hotel. I want to say that in the beginning. It's a cool hotel. The owner was really nice. She invited me to come out. But the stairway, like the main stairs, when you looked at it, and I had a picture of it. If I can find that, I really want to, I want to put that up on screen, because the stairway, when I put a level on it, like a spirit level, I mean, it was, instead of being straight like this, let me see if I can get straight the bottom here. It was like that. It was so off. And it was just funny. And when you stepped down on them and started coming down, it was like you felt yourself wanting to go. So I could see, if you're not used to these stairs, if you're not really paying attention and it's dark and you start it to go down like at a normal speed, it would feel like somebody like kind of nudged you or pushed you. Um, so, and when it comes to people seeing things clearly, the word clearly is a very subjective term because I don't know if you're actually seeing it clearly. And we have to talk about the conditions. I mean, was it dark? Were you using a flashlight? Were you using like your camera's LCD screen because you were using the night vision and infrared light? Because if these factors are in place, then you did not see things clearly. You saw them at a disadvantage. So we have to talk about those kind of environmental conditions. What's going on? And there's so many other things to talk about. That's why I ask a lot of questions. When someone starts telling me a story, I listen to it first, and then we go back. Let me ask you questions about this. Let me ask about this. Clarify this. What do you mean by that? Because most conditions, most stories don't match to conditions like I usually see in pictures or video. Like I'll get a story from someone, and then they show me a photo or a video of the situation, and I'm looking at it going, well, like you told me everything was like you could see everything in the room, but this picture shows that there were no lights on at all, and you used just a flashlight and you can't even see the background. So how could you see like everything in the area? That doesn't add up. So it's good to ask those kind of questions and get clarification. So I guess the short answer after that long-winded answer, the short answer to your question is that I don't think personal experiences are solid evidence. It's not objective, definitely not objective evidence. It's not solid evidence. It's just a starting point. It's that springboard for your investigation. And then first thing is always ask questions. Ask a lot of questions and get that clarification because I usually can figure out that something really didn't happen the way they said it did within the first 10 minutes because of just all these questions that I ask. And they realize, and I want to point out that I'm not trying to go like, aha, I'm not trying to purposely debunk you. We need to clarify it. So the more questions I ask and the more detail we get into, usually they figure out like, oh, all right, well, maybe I don't know what I saw. Maybe I'm not sure what I saw. And when you see them like looking up, this is a good sign when they're looking up and they're trying to figure out like what to say. That's usually a good indicator that they're thinking too hard and they don't really know. So, and again, even during that conversation, always be nice, be polite, and then carry on. Thanks for answering. I love what you do. Oh, I love that you love what I do. I've had things happen as a skeptical believer that debunks everything. I've had things happen as a skeptical believer that debunks. Okay. Well, that's, hey, you know what? It's good when you can explain. Like debunking is a very common term now, and especially like after getting involved with like Beardo and his circle of YouTubers. They call themselves like a debunker community, and I don't really agree so much with that, just because I don't want to go in with a bias. I don't want to be called a debunker because then that means like I'm just out to debunk. That's my purpose, and that's not my purpose. My purpose is to investigate and figure out what's going on. So usually debunking is what happens, but that's not what I go in there for, and I just want to clarify that. So cool.
Here's
Good.
a follow-up question.
Follow-up question from Dr. Jim. Oh boy. You said a single anecdote is not data. I did not say that. I said for me, that's not solid evidence. So I want to clarify that from the beginning before I read all. That's what I said. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. I didn't say the word data. Just a starting point. Is there a number of anecdotes that might add up to something usable? Like 25 pilots see the same phenomena. That'd be pretty cool. Like, are they all on the same plane? Or are they all on separate, like 25 planes? But again, so for that, I think it's more, it's still a starting point. And then if you have all these other people saying it, now it's like, all right, this is still the start of an investigation. We need to separate them and interview everyone separately, because if they're together, if they have time to talk about it, the stories might sync up. And I say might because I don't know. I'm not going to say for sure that they're going to sync up, but people do borrow details from each other. So you would have to interview each, and then again get into clarifying details and clarifying questions to make sure they actually all saw the same thing, because maybe they didn't. Maybe it sounds on the surface like they did see the same thing, but maybe they didn't. And we don't know until everyone is thoroughly interviewed and we can compare the details of their stories. So again, it's all data. I mean, it's all data. I don't think it, because I don't consider data and evidence. They're not synonymous. Synonymous? Synonymous.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I did it right.
Yeah.
They're not the same thing. You collect data, and the data that supports your conclusion is evidence of your conclusion. If data doesn't support, it's evidence of something else. It's not evidence for, I mean, it's still evidence, but it's not an evidence and support. So for me, it's all data, but it's just not evidence of this or that. I got confused. I think I said that right. I think I said it right. I'm sure he's going to tell me.
I'm sure he will.
I love Dr. Jim. He's the kind that, I mean, this is like the most I've seen him speak up during the show. Because usually he waits until after the show and sends me a message. It's like, regarding what you said here.
Oi.
Real good guy. I love
Oi.
Oi. Oi. Oi.
That's
Yeah,
not
I know.
good.
I know.
Okay.
We're going to have a talking too. Ian, ain't no finishing early. Ley lines and figures or sacred sites on landscapes. Oh my goodness. This is a good question. So wait, I have a prop. And it's on display. Bing. I don't think I have it actually. Oh wait, does it have an index? It does. All right, so ley lines is a great topic, because like there's usually this mystical or metaphysical association with ley lines, and people use ley lines saying that they are conduits of energy and this and that, and that if you do something on a ley line, it's more likely to be haunted, or like for those that practice like different kinds of magical thinking or something, that they can get power or something like that. But in a nutshell, that's all bullshit. Oh, I can use my new video. Oh, here we go. So I'm so excited about this. This is the first time I'm going to use this, because I got inspired by Beardo with his banning thing. So I actually did something. So when it comes to ley lines,
Hey there, this is 1-800-BULLSHIT.
did you like that? Did it work? Donna said that it's too low. I had to bring it up though. So it says 1-800-BULLSHIT. I hope you liked it. So I'm going to put the question back up. I love doing that. I was so happy. Anyway, so yeah. Ley lines are those spots on maps where brothels are. That's nice. So ley lines first appeared in this book, The Old Straight Track by Alfred Watkins. It's actually, this is where it was coined. And I'm going to read you, wait, lay, where'd it go? Lay, 158. I got this book specifically because of that. I did some research on it and started really looking into it. And I was like, oh, wow, it actually mentions this. Okay, so I think this is it. I think this is what I want. No, wait, crap. Now, to evidence indicating that ley, L-E-Y, not the other ley, did not always mean pasture or field. So it used to mean pasture or field, like a pasture, out in the pasture. Ley hills and Lay's hills are frequent, and hills are not likely to be named from pastures. Let's see. Oh, man. It doesn't say what I want. This is not what I want. I didn't mark it. Basically, Um, the ley lines were straight lines that were used for carts, travel between villages, and people would bring their goods on carts, and they would dig out these ruts, these like roads, and they would be straight lines from village to village. There was no, unless there was an obstacle in your way, you would go straight to that person because, you know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So you would go as straight as you can. And these were lines that could be seen. They were ancient lines that were dug in because of the carts using them for years and years and years and years. And even when trade started to evolve and there were different trade routes or faster trade routes, and people used different ways to get goods to different villages, these routes, these old cart routes, were abandoned. But even though they were starting to get overgrown, they could still be seen. And this gentleman went through and started tracking them, or finding them all over the lands where he was, and he called them ley lines. And again, crap! I thought I had marked it, but I don't. But that's where it came from. It's not anything magical. It's not anything supernatural or lay evidence 220. I wonder if that's it. It's not anything metaphysical or anything like that. It is just a simple term for old paths that people with carts would take, and that's it. There's nothing magical about it. So I think that's your first part. First part of your question: figures or sacred sites on the landscape. So yeah, when you had sacred sites, that doesn't mean that they were on ley lines, because unless there was a path that was going through it, no. And if you people that actually say that there are like magical lines that cross around underground and stuff like that, I say, show me the money. I mean, show me the evidence. Got carried away there. I'm still trying to look for that reference because it did have a good. I think that's a map. Is it a map? No, that's camps. Oxford. I'm angry at myself that I didn't have this marked, because I know I found it and I was so excited about it, and I was like, oh great, I can't wait to show people this and go crazy with it. But unfortunately, I did not mark it, and I'm an idiot.
All right.
So, well, you know.
You'll have to. You're not an idiot. You're just gonna have to find it later.
Yeah, I know. It just angers me that I didn't mark it. But if you're interested, this is the book. You can get copies of it pretty cheap, couple dollars, and you can read it and find out for yourself. This is where it came from. So really, really cool book, and good reference. Good reference. All right, we're getting near the end here. Adrian Hill, why are ghosts only in creepy places and in the dark? Apparently the ghosts only appear in the creepy, damaged, and unfinished parts of the Winchester Mystery House. Because that's a good reason not to let guests in. You can say, well, we can't go to that section because even though it's under construction or damaged or dangerous, that's not why we can't let you in there. There's ghosts in there. And we don't want you to get possessed because we don't have a release form for that. But I'm glad you laugh at my jokes. It's nice to get that reaction. So yeah, I don't, and it doesn't actually happen in just creepy places. I mean, people's houses that they claim are haunted, usually nice, or decent. There are some older like mansions that we've been in, and they're not really creepy. They're just old and not really kept up.
Yeah.
So they might fall into disrepair or in the middle of being repaired. So they might seem creepy. I don't know. But I think just the creepiness, that's a contextual cue. So like you can go into any place, and if it looks creepy, you get that weird vibe. Doesn't mean you're sensing spirits. It just means like, oh shit, yeah, this looks creepy. Therefore, we've seen enough horror movies to think, like, how many times have any of you guys gone into a place and go, oh yeah, this is how a horror movie starts? You know, like I've done that a bunch of times. I've seen a place like, yeah, that's haunted because movies. or walked into a room, be like, yeah, this is how a horror movie starts. We're all gonna die at the end. Don't run. Don't run. Do not say I'll be back or I'll be right back, because you're the first to die. That always happens. That's one of the rules, I think. All right. Good question. I still got to get out to the Winchester house. We got, let's do some shotgun. I'm going to try and speed it up because we're running down. We got 12 minutes. Jim, brunette. The reason I ask about the Phillips story is I wonder if people that believe your house is haunted can actually manifest shadows or knocks as audio or visual hallucinations. So that's a good question. It's a good pondering thought. And I don't think they are manifesting. There's no reason to believe that they are actually manifesting something into a physical form. What I think is happening is that they are they're putting themselves in that hyperactive state where they are convincing themselves something might be here. And it's kind of like if you ever had that feeling after a horror movie, when you go watch a horror movie and it's like really scary, which sadly none of them are anymore. I mean, at least to me, they're just not scary. But when you used to get freaked out and it's late at night, and now you think every little noise that you hear, you're like, what was that? What was that? Or, you're just sitting there and you hear a noise and you're like, and you're wondering like what's going on. You're looking out the window and this and that. You get hyperactive. And I think you just freak yourself out. And I think it's a state of mind. It's what's the word I'm looking for? I'm missing it. Is anyone going to, let's see if anyone's getting like helping me out here.
No,
no, they're having another conversation. So I don't think it's anything manifesting. It's almost like a pareidolia. So it's not, pareidolia is not, that's when you see like images or see familiar shapes in images, or vague images. Daniel's more on it. You're priming yourself to believe there's something going on. And it's not actually the only thing you manifest is your fear. That's pretty much it. And it's just not something physical. It's, well, actually, it would be physical because you're freaking yourself out and your physiology is reacting to it. So you would be freaking yourself out. Yeah. So, but no, there's nothing metaphysical going on. There's no spiritual thing going on. It's just you freaking yourself out. So I don't know if that clarified it even more. But yeah, we can continue this. I mean, we've been having a conversation about this, so I have no problem continuing that.
Okay.
Cool. All right, moving on. Night Gallant. Ooh, that is a nice name and a cool profile picture. I like this. I like you already. I hope your question is good. Don't make me hate you. I'm kidding. Do you have a particular online archive or archives you go to when it comes to some of the books or sources you look for? I imagine some are obscure, hard to find. So I don't have an online archive that I use for the most part. I mean, there's a lot of, like, I use the Library of Congress when I need like obscure stuff that's out there. Sometimes I can find it there, or local historical societies. I go like old school route with that. But I do have an extensive collection of books myself. There's additional bookshelves over here. And this is, I work at the Center for Inquiry in Buffalo, New York, and we have a huge library. It is the largest collection of skeptical and free thought literature in the world. Literally, downstairs below me, hundreds of thousands of books and magazines, periodicals, tons of stuff. So if you go, and I'll actually, you can't get books from here. If you come here, you can do research, but you can look it up. And if it's a real quick thing that you need, like a passage or something, then I can always help you. But I'm going to put a link in the chat to our library catalog. I'm trying desperately to say library right without a Philly accent.
Library?
Because I always say library.
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 Like that extra R just
Library?
Library. Library.
Library.
All right. So it's the link is coming in the chat. I hope it is. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, we have that. I check that catalog all the time, and usually if I don't have the book, it's in there. And if that doesn't have it, then honestly, I tell the librarian Tim Binga, and he can usually find it for me, and he gets it, and it becomes part of the library, and I get to use it. So it's an awesome trade-off. I love working here. I love it. Archive when it comes to some books or sources you look for. Otherwise, I do look at I look at Amazon thrift books because I don't like paying full price if I don't have to. A lot of the books I can get usually pretty cheap, and I don't mind used. So a couple dollars versus like $50-$60. Yeah, thank you, Kenny. This is great, and I love the book collection. Awesome. I love books. I absolutely love books. But I don't know where you are, but if anyone is in the area, or if you want to come out here, this is a excellent place to do research, and it's open to the public as long as you make a reservation. You have to call the center and talk to Timothy Binga. He's on the directory. You can make an appointment with him, and then he'll come in and give you all the rules and let you know like where you can go, and you can come down and do research. We have people coming here quite often and do research for their books and for other like academic papers and stuff like that. And I'm constantly down there, just because I like books. Like I could be there all day, all night. Powell's.com. I've been to Powell's. The one in, where were we? Seattle? Was it Seattle?
I wasn't there with you.
I know. I think it was Seattle. That was the one with me, Eric Behind the Wall, and Susan Gerbic. We went, and it's like a city block. So it's like a whole city block this way, a whole city block. They give you a map. They give you a map when you go in because it's so big. And Susan was like, all right, we have 1 hour. Portland. Thank you, Jim. We had like 1 hour or so. And Susan was like, we have to leave in an hour. Here's a bag. Let's go. Yeah, I spent a lot of money in that store. Yeah, it was fun though. It was so much fun. All right. We good? We got one more. Last question. Great. And we're going to close it out for this week. Jim, you are you get the honor of the last question. I believe some people are here or see. I believe some people here are seeing something, but how much are they dwelling on the subject of the paranormal, such as TV shows, movies, stories involved in the paranormal groups? Is it possibly a form of psychosis? So, when it comes to experiences, I think the majority of people have some kind of experience. They saw or heard something strange, but it goes back to the contextual cues, the environmental conditions of how clear did they see and or hear what they thought they did. There's a lot of things that can cause weird noises, fans, showers. They cause that white noise kind of thing where you can think you hear your name called, but you really didn't. And it's just one of those auditory hallucinations that are going on. Visual hallucinations can also play a role in this. But yeah, when people dwell on the topic, especially if you're predisposed and you're primed. We talked about primed a little bit, but if you are, like Eric Cooper's thing, it's more social expectations. There's always that idea that when you have a bunch of ghost hunters, and I'm not saying it derogatorily.
That was a good word.
Is that?
I don't know. I'm just saying it
go
sounded
with
good.
We're gonna run with that. When a bunch of ghost hunters get together and they go to a place, and I've used this example before, I usually hear them say, or more accurately, read on social media, them saying something like, I can't wait to get all the evidence tonight. And they are not there yet, but they already believe they're going to get evidence. There's expectations. They are ghost hunters. They're going to a location they expect is haunted because they believe it's haunted, and they expect to get something. So yes, dwelling on that kind of thing, dwelling on those ideas, talking about it, having conversations about it, reading about it, all of this, they are enveloped, completely enveloped in this idea, in this thought process, and they are all in. Yeah, they're all in, and they go there. There is no objectivity. They are going in and first not doing a proper investigation, two, not properly trained on the devices or how they work or what the kind of results they get or how to interpret the results, and they're just going in by like TV knowledge. If it beeps, it's a ghost. If it lights up, it's a ghost. That's not how it works, but that's what we see. So I think that's most of it. But again, it comes down to the basic idea that if you see something, no matter how much you describe it, I don't know what you saw. Like, I can get a pretty good idea, but I'm never going to know exactly what you saw because I'm not seeing through your eyes. I'm just hearing your description of it. And even your description, those words, some of those descriptive words could mean different things to me than they do to you. So there's always going to be that problem. Eric Cooper, perfectly said, Kenny. I like that. I'm not sure what I said. Did I do good? Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope that answered your question. I think so. Eric says, anyway, see you next week. Oh wait. So Jim said all in. Okay, good. Good show tonight, but needed to change my name initials. As tired of every show Kenny makes fun of it. Oh man, I'm sorry. let me put that out there. I'm sorry. I don't is that your real like initials? If it is, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you. I'm just having fun. We're in a bar, man. Dropping in on you. Hey, the shape. Nice to see you. Cool. All right. So with that, wow, 2 hours exactly. Let me see if there's some announcements. I don't have any like conference announcements. Oh, I do. The only conference that we're booked for is in November. We're going to be in New Jersey. Is it? Yeah. November 2nd and 3rd. I think it's just the 2nd. I think you went back to one day.
No, I think it is 2 days.
It's 2 days? Oh, November 2nd and 3rd of this year, we're going to be in Woodbridge, New Jersey for the Para-Unity conference, which is always good for us. Like I set up a skeptical table there, and it's always well received, even though it's a full paranormal themed event. It's really good. I enjoy going there. But for events coming up, tomorrow we have an eclipse meeting, a science meeting. Melanie Tresick King and Anthony will be here this weekend, and we might, I don't know, maybe we'll do like a quick video and put them on. I don't know. We're going to do something. We're going to have some fun. But I don't have too much except for coming up in March. March, we have a couple workshops here at CFI. We're going to be doing a workshop on, they're called Sienna type images. Basically, it's cyan ink treated paper that we can make images on, like negatives and full prints, using UV light. It's a really cool thing. So if you're in the Buffalo, New York area, check it out. Go on the CFI Western New York website and you can check it out. And then on the 24th of March, we're going to do that's eclipse viewing devices. We're going to build cheap devices so you can view the eclipse, because we're going to have the total solar eclipse on April 8th. This Sunday, somebody asked early in the show, I think before we started. So this Sunday I am doing, where is it? Where's my calendar thing? I'm doing the Doof. What is it? Doof? I think it's Doof. Paranormal with Karen. Let me see. It's all the way up at the beginning. I'm scrolling back through the comments. Holy crap, we got a lot of comments. I don't think I'm going to get there because it's oh, wait a minute. I'm almost there. There's there it is. Doof Doof Paranormal with Karen from Australia. So Sunday I'm going to be recording a podcast. Well, at least Sunday my time with her, and I don't know when it's going to air, but hopefully that'll be airing in a few days afterwards. I don't know how that works with recording, but I'm doing that. And that's pretty much it. Next week, I don't know if we're going to have a guest or not. I'm going to try. I have a few people in mind that I'd like to get on the show and talk to them, pick their brain a little bit, so that I stop talking. But other than that, that's it. You good?
That's it. Yeah.
All right.
We had a good night.
You guys have a great weekend.
Yeah. Thanks for making it a good show.
Yeah, you guys make this show awesome. I mean, I love doing open mic nights because I never know what you guys will ask me. And it's just like, I have some things. I have homework. I have to look up the 19 hertz experiment, get into that, and the Poughkeepsie. Yeah, I said it right. I said it close, right? That's close enough. Seer. I have that to look up and some other things. So that's it. Remember, never stop learning. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.